Hi there, it's Karen back with you again. And first, can I say Happy Easter to all of you? This should go up, this video should go up on Easter Saturday, so I hope you're having a wonderful Easter weekend and have lots of lovely plans. And I'll tell you about ours in a while. So today I'm going to do the latest Roxy's Weekly Challenge. When I say the latest, I'm a little bit behind. As you know, I've not been able to get in here for a while. So I'm doing week 13, which is stamped, painted, collage, book page tags. Bit of a mouthful, but really fun project, I thought. So I'm gonna get started on that, and I should be on track. I'm hoping to do 2 videos today. So my next one will be working on my music journal, which I'm hoping will go up on Monday, and we'll be back on track. Sorry about that. I'm still fighting off this cough and cold. Had it for a couple of weeks, and it's a lot better, but it's still lingering. So every now and again, there might be the odd hack in the background. So let's get started, and I will chat to you as I go about what everything's been going on since I was last here. So we need to start by doing couple of collage pages. So I've got my glue book here. Don't use this all the time because I've got lots of loose pages as well from book that I've torn out, I think, when I made an altered book, and they're quite handy. But it's just a bit, this is a quite nice thick paper, and I thought it's quite good to use as a collage background. I'll just tear those out. I'll have a go at doing 2 and making the tags from that, because otherwise, oh, I'm so sorry, I got a real bit of a frog in my throat today. Yeah, I thought I'd have a go at making 2, so I can make at least 3 or 4 tags. I may not use them all. So let's get started on, just got a few bits of blank page here. I've got some larger pieces and some smaller pieces, and I just want to try and just throw them on the page, really. I think that's a bit more for, I don't know, I might be able to use a bit of that, but it's a bit dark, that's all I'm thinking with that one. Get a few bits out. I've got some smaller bits as well in here if I need them. So just have a pile at the side of me. And let's get started. I don't think I'll use green. Okay, there's a bit of torn coffee dyed paper here, so let's just start with that. Put that one aside for now and get started. I'm going to have a go with glue stick. If it makes it curl too much, I might move on and use my tacky glue for the second one. We'll see how it goes. I'm not too fussed about these being in any particular shape. I'm just going to shove them on. I'm just going to get a piece of a bit of wet wipe, actually, because glue seems to be spreading everywhere. So yeah, I hope you're all having a lovely Easter weekend. Maybe if you might get a bit of chance to do a bit of crafting. I might have a chance. I'm hoping. So tomorrow is Good Friday for me. So I'm hoping to get in here and do a little bit more. If I get a couple of videos done today, I might get another one done tomorrow, which would be nice. I'm going to use my ruler. Just for ease, to make some nice easy shapes to join up. I'm so sorry. It was been fine so far this morning, and then as soon as I've turned the camera on, it started up again. Mostly I get it either morning and evening when I get the coughing, but it's now mid-morning and it should have eased up by now, but of course it hasn't. So every now and again I might have to just stop the video and just go and sort myself out. Okay. Nice bit of vintage ledger. Right, hopefully it's all sorted now. Just a big blow of the nose, and hopefully that will sort me out. It's because I think it's because I've got a pretty poor immune system. So I got the cold from Richard. He shook it off after a week. I've already had it for 2 weeks, and I'm still seem to be in the throes somewhat, but it will go in due course. You can't get used to just blowing your nose every 5 minutes and coughing every night. Never mind. Right, I'm going to put that there. Or shall I put it down here? Maybe I'll put that there. Yeah. Yeah, rather than just lining them all up. Oop. I think this glue's coming to the end. I've got another one on standby. So yeah, I've had really such a busy week. I think last time I spoke to you, which was probably for the last Roxy's Weekly Challenge, last week, we were about to have our granddaughter for the weekend for the first time ever. And actually it went really well. She was such a good girl. We were so pleased. She settled down both nights. She settled down really well when we put her to bed. She doesn't take her much. She just needs a story, and you have to rub her back for a little while. She does love having her back rubbed. Now, what did I do with my card? I had it here just now. Oh, I've got another one in the drawer. I'll get that. Oh, put it back. Put it back in the drawer. What a thing to do. Yeah, so she she settled down really well, but she has got a bit of a cough as well. So stick into the mat here. So she did wake up briefly the first night, about 3 o'clock, needing a little bit of comfort, a bit of reassurance, but 5 minutes and she was settled down again. But then she woke up at 5 o'clock Saturday morning with an earache, and she was really, really upset. It was clearly giving her a lot of trouble, and of course we weren't prepared for that, so we didn't have any any kind of kids medication in the house. So we just had to just distract her, and she asked for a flannel to put on her ear to comfort it, which was so sweet. So we gave her the flannel, and she was very good. I mean, it was hurting, but and she did call for Mummy a couple of times. There's no doubt she would have very much liked Mummy to have been there, but we managed to we got her up and popped her in front of the TV, and just try to distract her as best we could. Gave her some breakfast, and by about 7, it had started to ease off, which was a relief, because we weren't sure if she'd got an infection or whether she'd just got a bit bunged up from all the coughing, which I think is what it was, because it didn't reoccur. But we did go out, once we'd all got ourselves ready and dressed and everything, we did pop into the local town and buy some Calpol, which is kids' medicine. If you don't know, then if you don't have that where you are, it's our parents' friend is a bit of Calpol, and it helps her. But we didn't have to give her any in the end. Just knowing it was there was a comfort to all of us, I think. So yeah, that was really the only problem we had. And the next night she slept pretty much through till nearly 6, which was unexpected, to say the least. So yeah, we had a good time, and then Hannah and George came over in the Saturday afternoon and helped us out with her a bit. Well, she didn't. I mean, she was fine, but she was very pleased to see them, and George is so good with her. He played with her, and you know what it is? I need my glue book, which is why I'm getting glue all over my mat. That's what I need to use. Ooh, should I use that side? No. Yeah, so that all went very well. She ate all the food I gave her, which was really, really made me happy. She ate very well. I mean, her diet is quite limited as to what she will eat, but if you give her that, she ate quite well, I must say. So yeah, it all went really well. We had a lovely time with her. And it was just nice to feel that she was comfortable enough with us to settle and go to sleep without any trouble, and accepted us, instead of her parents. And her parents had a fabulous weekend away, just what they needed to celebrate Gary's birthday. They went to a spa hotel and they got all sorts of treatments and came back really relaxed and happy and ready to be parents again, hopefully. Right, this one's done. I'm sure it's taken me longer than it should have, but hey ho. Turn it around that way, then the torn bit doesn't matter. Okay, and while that's drying, I can just do the second one. No, that's gone. That's finished. Let's get a new one out. Oh, and Alyssa and I did some lovely crafting together. I'd made her this little journal, just with some scrapbook paper and card, just for the spine and the main cover, and then just filled it with plain copy paper so that she could just do whatever she liked in it. So she used a lot of her stickers, and there was a lot of stickers that came with this particular. It was I think it was a Simple Stories princess kit or something, the scrapbook paper I used, and it came with a load of stickers, so they all went in the book, in the journal. And she had a lovely time. But she also wanted me to make her something. She said, "Can you make me a purse, Nana, and a handbag?" So that challenged my creative brain somewhat, but we managed it. Used some more of the paper from the same kit. I mean, basically used an envelope type shape and made a smaller one for the purse, and then did a bigger one for the handbag and gave it a bit of a gusset so that I could get the purse in it. Yeah, so that went quite well. It's quite fun to do. And she was very pleased with them and went home with them. Right. No, actually, I might just do... I'm not sure this was a piece from a, I don't know, puzzle book or something. You can see how old paper is. So I'm going to use the other side than I did before. Oops! Yes, that was our weekend. And then this week... Oh, it's been so busy. It's been very sociable. I've been very sociable this week. So Tuesday I have started giving, going to Tai Chi classes. Just to try something new. I already do Pilates. I put the glue on the wrong side. What an idiot. I didn't want to glue that side. Oh well, too late now. You saw me doing that, didn't you? Oh dear. I just can't. I can't talk and craft. It's just can't do it. Got this piece. Don't really like this really dark edge, so I'm just going to take that off. feeling a bit out of practice with doing all this. I don't know why. It's been a week since I've been in here. Amazing how quickly you forget how to just get yourself organised when you're making videos. I start off feeling I've got everything where I need it to be, and by the time I get started and get going, it all kind of goes out the window. A nice big piece of this, I think. Yep. So I did my Tai Chi on Monday, and then on Tuesday I had a friend for lunch, and she was here for most of the afternoon as well. Hadn't seen her for quite a few years. She had just rung me out of the blue a few weeks ago, and we hadn't spoken for ages, and so I sort of said, well, come and have some lunch and see our new house, and let's have a catch up. So she did. She came Tuesday, and that was very nice. And then yesterday's craft day, craft club day, which I love. I love my craft club. Such lovely ladies they are. And they'd organised an afternoon tea as well. So we had craft club in the morning, and then we all met up again and had an afternoon tea at a local golf club in the afternoon. I think this was, meant to celebrate Easter. And it's nice. It's more than just going along and crafting and chatting. It is a proper little club. So we do other things as well, which is so nice. And they are a friendly bunch, and we all had a really nice time. So that was my day gone. And it was really nice. So here we are. I thought, well, I was looking forward to having a nice day in my craft room, catching up with you all. Nearly finished my second little collage page, so then we can get on to the fun part, which is the painting. I really enjoy doing a bit of mixed media. I've done it again, haven't I? I forgot to use my blue goo book, but I just never think to do it for my own projects, which I should really, because I enjoy doing it, but I sort of just forget how to use some stuff. Some of the stuff I forget how to do it, or forget that I could do it, and make things for my journals with paints and stamps and things. So this is such a nice opportunity, doing these weekly challenges, to use some of the things that I have, and I have quite a lot. I've done a little piece of this, like that. It's a bit white, that one. Okay, I'll use a piece of this. Oop. It's very thin, but it's fine. Just a little bit of interest on some of these. I don't want too much heavy text or anything, but a little bit's quite nice. Oops. That piece. Maybe I put a bit of music in the middle there. Got a little bit of music. Yeah, I have. It's a bit white, but by the time we've stamped it, it doesn't matter. It's good to have different colours. I think in the background, once it's not stamped on it, once we've painted it, or maybe that's a better piece. Yeah, I'll stick that there. These bits back in my box, and I can put the box aside now. Oh, hang on, hold the phone. Is that going to be, oh no, that's too silver in colour, isn't it? No, I'll stick with the piece that I chose. Okay. Right, pop that piece on. These are well glued. When we start cutting them up, we'll soon find out, won't we? Right, so I'm just going to pause for a moment, make sure these two collage boards are properly dry, and then I'll come back and we'll start cutting them up and painting. Right, so these are pretty much dry, I think now. A little bit curly, but not too bad. And I think they'll be fine when they've been backed. So I'm just going to cut them into tags. I think these will just make 3 reasonably wide-ish tags. So that's what I think I'll go for. Something like that. One. I'm not going to go for the really tall tags because I don't have many tall stamps. And the ones I have got, I've used several times in these challenges, so I feel like using something a bit different. So I'm sticking to quite small tags. And we'll see how they turn out. This piece got a bit wet. I think I put it on my wet wipe and I've tried to dry it, but it's gone a bit crunchy, so I may not use this last piece. I don't know. I don't know if I'll have time to do 6 anyway, so as long as I've got, I think if I can just do the 5. Not sure about this piece, so I think I'll just pop that aside. Oh well, that's me that's me trimmer on the floor. Never mind. Right, so I'll do this one last, I think. So I've got this, these pieces. I think I'll just turn that one that way. Oh, I'm just going to trim this off. It's all a little bit fallen off the edge there. Just tidies that up, gives it a neater edge. Anything else needs a bit of help? No, I think we're okay. Okay. So I've poured out some of my Dilutions paints. These are the little pots. And one of the nice things about these is that they are naturally translucent. So I'm not sure about the colour though. I mean, I've got quite fairly pale colours, but I've got my white gesso handy just as well, just in case. I might just put a bit of that. I'm using this old this old white tile. I've had it for years, but it's quite handy as a palette. I don't know when I last used it actually. Oh, that's my gesso coming out quick. That's good. Wasn't sure how that would come out. I ordered a small bottle of gesso, I thought. Ended up with this giant one. It's so hard to tell on Amazon how big a thing is you're buying. Right, let's try a bit of this paint. You don't need very much because it's only going to be done like a thin swish, as she calls it, or swishing, or whooshing, or I'm not quite sure what she called it, but anyway, just a thin layer of paint. And I might add a little bit of water. If only this would spray. the not very scientific way of doing it. Just doing a little dribble with, that's it. Okay. Probably got far too much now. Take a bit of the white. If you can see what I'm doing. Got a bit too much water, but I think it doesn't need to be very thick, so I'm going to try that. Okay, that's that one. Put that to dry. And the next one, oh, I didn't get any water. Right, I got my water, got my kitchen towel. I think I'm set now. That colour, by the way, was called Laid Back Lilac. So I'm now going to have a go with this lovely green. This is called Dirty Martini. But it's a really nice colour. But it's a little bit too strong, so I'm going to add some gesso and possibly another squirt of water. Just want a brush, get the lilac off it. No, it's not really working very well. Okay, and I think I've managed to get this to work now. If you can see what I'm doing here. Let's find, well, use the next one. I think I need a bit more water in there. Doesn't need a lot, but I'm not getting a lot. That's nice. Let's do this. Oh yeah, that's a lovely colour. Nice and translucent. And it's a lovely soft green. I might even call it a spring green. In fact, I think I'm very tempted to do two in that one because I really like it. I just need another spot of water. Okay. It's just a really usable colour, this green. Okay. That's that one. And what colour shall we use next? I've got a choice of pinks. So I've got this one, which is Rose Quartz, which is quite pale. And this is the warmer one, which is Peony Blush, which is gorgeous. I think I'd quite like to try this. Just because I like the tone of it, the warmth of it. So I might just add a little bit of the gesso, but I don't think it needs much. And some water. I'm not sure that, see if I can get the green off, or most of the green off the brush. That's it. Let's have a little blob of this, shall we? See how this looks. Okay, right. So this is the Peony Blush. It's a really pretty colour. Okay. And I think I'll do it that way up. So even though it's quite a bit of colour to it, it's still, you can still see through what's underneath, which is quite nice. Just adds a bit of depth. Okay, that's that one. And now, so I've got the other pink, the paler pink. I've got this, which is squeezed orange. So I think I might do a bit of squeezed orange, just because it's different. Let's wash my brush again. Squeeze me orange. And add some water. This is not the most effective spray bottle in the world, but it's given me a little. I don't want too much water. There we go, it's coming now. Quite a lot of pink in my brush. Oops, still there. No. Okay. Let's put this one aside to dry. Let's get rid of some of these. And I'll go with my squeezed orange, which I just like it to be a nice pale peachy colour. I might just take another drop of the gesso. See, how's that going to look? That's a nice colour. It's a little bit streaky. I think the hasn't mixed with the white so well. Not too bad. Right, that's our bit of painting. So yet again we need to pause, let everything dry. I mean, these don't take very long to dry. This is almost dry already. So I will be back very quickly. Right, they seem to be reasonably dry now, so I think it's time to do a bit of stamping. I've got rather a lot of stamps here. Probably given myself far too many choices. But first of all, I'd like to use these little stamps that I've just bought from Amazon. They just came in this box, just like a white box. There's no make, and this is how they come. So there's 6 of them. They are smaller than I thought they were going to be. I thought they were going to be, about this big. But actually they're not a bad size to go on these tags. So I thought I'd use at least 3 of these. I've got 6 to choose from. They're all like botanical, floral. I've got this one. It's lost its back. Yeah, so they're really rather nice little set. Tulips. So choosing was going to be tricky. But I didn't want all of the tags to have flowers on. I thought it'd be nice to do something a bit different. So I've got a few other things to choose from. I'll probably end up using mainly the ones I'm familiar with. But I really quite like this one. And I think on the lilac that's rather a nice option. So I might just pop that there. Yes. So take it off here and put it on a stamping block, and I use my foam pad to stamp on, I think. Let's do it this way. I think the simplest thing at the moment for this one actually is to use the black. Bit of black archival because I know it works. You want it to show up nicely. I might not use black for all of them. I think I'll see what makes sense on each colour. Oh, I haven't tried these, and maybe I should do a test stamp first because they're new. Comes out pretty well, so okay, we're good to go. I might just move it to the other end actually. Right, let's do this. This block is a bit big for what I need, but it's quite a nice easy one to use, nice and flat. Put that there. Okay, that's nice. And then she also did a word or a phrase or something also on her tag, so I have got a few pulled out. So this one says springtime, so that seems quite a nice one for on here. And a lot of these suggest spring, don't they? These colours are spring colours. And we are now coming into spring. It's even beginning to warm up a little bit. It's taken its time, but it does feel a little bit warmer today. I'm going to pop that there. There we are, springtime. And then I'll back these afterwards. I can't remember which order she did it, but I'm going to back these and then after I've stamped them all. That's what I'm trying to say, badly. Right, so this green one, what would be nice on here? That look good. About these sort of grassy bits. That'd be quite nice on here. Oh, let's take this one off. These are quite nice, these little stamps. I can see me using these quite a lot. Let's put the bits of plastic with it so I don't lose them. They're so hard to find if you lose them because they're pretty much, well, the backing one is invisible, this one. So I need to put it somewhere where I'm not going to lose it. Okay. Yeah. Those grasses on a green background, that works quite well. And I've got some of my Tim Holtz Field Notes stamps here, so maybe I'll do something like this. Specimen or what else we got? Collect. It's a bit wider. It's a bit too big, that one. Hope this comes out all right. Yep, Good old Tim Holtz, his stamps are so forgiving, they'll come out whatever you do with them. Right, that's another one. And the pink one. What should we do with the pink one? Like the tulips, maybe. Or we've got is that one? Shall I do tulips? Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, I think the tulips there. Well, they've come off more easily. And that was on there. Tulips. Sort of there-ish, and then I'll put something at the top. Okay, give that a look at that one. It's not too bad. It's a little bit pale on that side. I think it's because the paper is not completely even, but that'll be fine. So what happens when you're printing on collage papers? Might not come, not printing, stamping. They might not come out completely evenly. I have got it's quite nice. This one says, "Cherish yesterday, live for today, dream for tomorrow. Dream of tomorrow." Put that up there, I think. Oh, that's nice. Cherish yesterday, live for today, dream of tomorrow. Nice one. Don't use that very often. Sort of rediscovered some of these stamps. Okay, so that's that one. Now, this one, let's see, I've got a few stamps that I've hardly ever used. So I've got this one. I do love this, but I don't know if it's called Live Like Tomorrow Doesn't Exist. This is a visible image stamp, which is a UK company. Bought some of their stamps and then have hardly ever used them. I bought them when I was doing more art journal stuff, but she actually is rather nice on there. I think I might just do that, just for something different. I'm going to put her on there, and it's got a nice phrase to go with it, so whether that will fit on, I don't know. Live like tomorrow doesn't exist is what it says, so something a bit different. Okay, let's see if I can get her to stamp nicely. That's the only, because it's a fairly solid image, it'll be difficult to get it to come out properly. So this is very much fingers crossed territory, which hopefully I'll get enough ink on there for it to come out. Okay, let's give it a go. I'm going to pop her right in the middle. Just press down as best I can. Go around all the edges, and it's often the middle that doesn't come out so well, so we'll see. Okay, see what we've got. Not great. She doesn't look too good at all, does she? That's a shame. I almost feel like I need to put something over the top. It's almost, yeah, she's come out just like more of the background, really. Don't know quite what to do about that. Have another go. I'm going to have one more go. And then I've done this before, where when we've done stamping challenges, where the stamping hasn't always gone too well, so I've then stamped it onto a scrap of coffee dyed or avocado dyed paper, whatever is appropriate for the tag, and then just tore around it and stuck it on, and it works quite well. So I may well do that, and if I do, I'll show you. I'll take pictures afterwards and add it to the end of the video. Okay, I don't have any great hopes for this, but we'll give it another go. It hasn't come out very well, so I'm going to put that one aside. We'll have to deal with that off camera. That was a shame, but it was worth a try. They were nice. The stamps are nice, but they don't seem to be very good. Maybe it's the paint. It doesn't like the paint. I don't know, but that would be more down to the ink than the stamp, I'd have thought. Anyway, I'm moving on. I'm going to hopefully in safer territory and use my long butterfly stamp from Stampers Anonymous. So I'm pretty confident this one will work. And make sure it fits. Quite tight, but it doesn't need any extra. It won't need any extra wording on it. It comes with its own little words. Actually, I think I won't put it on the board. I shall just freestyle it. Hang on, let's do it like this. Don't let me down, Tim Holtz. I suppose it's possible it could be to do with the ink pad running low. I'm not sure. It was working just fine just now, so I don't think it's down to the ink. That didn't come out. Okay. Let's have a go with this one. I'm thinking this one might be able to go into my little envelope stack because it's got the nice green colour, hasn't it? Maybe I'll use a bit of this just to press it down. Like that. I'm nervous to take it off now after the last disaster. Okay, there we go. Oh, well, that's come out fine. Phew! Lovely. So we've got four good ones. I'm happy with that. I'll try and do something with this one. I don't know how well it'll turn out, but we'll give it a go. I'll give that a go after I've turned off the camera. Now, what do we need to do now? We need to back it. And I'm going to do the same as Rachel did. I'm going to use some of this Amazon packaging, I think, to back them. So I probably won't make you watch me doing that, because, you know, backing tags is not exactly interesting to watch. But that's what I'm going to use. So I think I'll just do this off camera, and then we'll come back and just finish them off, because I think this video has probably gone on a fair while already. But I do need to do this before I do any more. So I will be back when I've backed these and just show you how they look. Right, these have all been backed now, just with the Amazon packaging, and they just look like that. And on the Amazon pack there's a smooth side and a slightly rougher side, So I've done it with the smooth side on the outside. I'm hoping that's the right side for writing on. I think it was the slightly better side. So yeah, they just look like that. Really just basic backing, but it does make them feel a little bit more sturdy. It's made quite a difference to how they feel. They were a bit floppy before. So now I just need to finish them off, turn them into tags or journal cards or whatever. Might do them each a bit differently. So this one I think definitely needs to be a tag because it's got quite a bit of space at the top here. So I'm going to use my little tag card. I think I'm going to use this corner here. Where's my scissors? There we are. So I'm just going to cut it across there. And across there. And then we'll put a hole. Hole in the middle. I think I'll go for the larger size so it's easier to get the sari silk through. There's that one. And this one, again, I think I'll do the same. Make it into a tag shape. That one, I think, yeah. Nope. That one, and that one turns around. And put a hole. Try to work out where the middle should be. Okay. That's that one. Now this one, because the stamping comes right to the top here, I'm not going to do that into a tag shape. I'm just going to round the corners on this one, I think. And I'm not going to put any sari silk in it either. So yeah, so they're just rounded. And that's just like a nice little journal card. And this one, yeah, tag shape again. Makes the most sense, I think. Oh, the big one or the little one? Maybe I'll use the little one on this one. And put a hole in it. Do it that way so I can see where the middle is. Okay. A bit close to the top. Whoops. There's my big bite keeling over. Move it out of the way. Right, so now the other little thing that she did, Rachel, when she was doing her challenge, I think, I'm trying to remember, I think she put a little piece of, I can't remember if it was part of this challenge because I watched another of her videos as well, whether she put a bit of washi tape on them. And I'm not entirely sure whether she did. I mean, I could anyway, but I'm going to put my sari silk on and I might just have to quickly check her video to see if she did actually put washi tape on these. Or whether it was another video I was watching that she did it. I know she did it on something. So I've got this little multicoloured washi tape. I'm getting all my words mixed up. Sari silk. And I thought maybe I'd go for a bit of the purple. I know it's kind of in the middle. But that might be quite nice with that. So I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to cut myself a piece of... I don't really want the green and the purple on the same thing anyway. And just cut a piece off and tie it She did this on her other tags, and I rather like it, just this little bit of sari silk, just tied simply. I really like how she's done that. I mean, you could easily use baker's twine or something here, but I just like finishing these off with the sari silk like this. I really like that. So that's that one. I like that. I'll probably ink round them just to finish them off, give them a bit of a finish around the edges, but I won't do that on the camera. And then this one is not going to get any sari silk because it's a journal card, so it doesn't need it. This one I think I'll just use, I've got some of this nice ivory coloured sari silk, so I think what I'll do is I'll cut a piece and then I'll cut it down the middle because this is a particularly wide one. Don't know if it'll tear, give it a go. Oh yeah, no problem. All right. So then some of these would go nicely into a spring journal, wouldn't they? Right, so that's that one. Get rid of the stringy bits. There we go, that one's nice. And then I'll do the other piece in the other green one. I guess I could always, if I wanted to use this in my little butterfly envelope stack, I could always add a butterfly or two, you know, stick a couple on. But I don't think I want two things the same in the same project, so I doubt if I'll use this one as well as the other one, but I think the other one will go in there quite nicely. Well, depending on the size, of course, whether it'll fit in any of the envelopes. I haven't actually worked in that for quite a couple of weeks, I think. But that's not needed till next Friday, so that'll be the last thing I get to again. There we are, that's the last one. Now, I will check Rachel's video. If she puts a bit of washi tape on these, which I vaguely think she may have done, I'll come back and do that. If she doesn't, and I've got the videos mixed up, I'll finish it here. So either way, I'll be back briefly anyway. Okay, let me just go and do that. Right, so I've had a quick look at Rachel's video again. Yes, she does use a bit of washi tape. She doesn't use it on all of them, just where she thought it needed a little something extra. So I think, I don't know about this one. I might put a piece down here. I haven't quite decided yet on that one. This one I think does need a little something. And I was looking at, these are the washi tapes, or the faux washes that we made as part of the challenge a year or so ago. Or like 2 years ago, I suppose it was. So I thought I'd see if any of these would work. And I found this one, which has got purple spots on it. And I thought, well, yeah, maybe. Purple spots, why not? So that's what I'm going to use on this lilac-y one. I'm just going to tear a piece off, or cut a piece off and glue that on. Yeah, I've just seen something that I might be able to use on the pink one. Wasn't too sure what I could use on the pink one, but I think I've seen something. I'm just going to pop that on there like that. Just gives it another little pop of the purple down the bottom there. Yeah, like that. And I have inked around these as well in between. Yeah, so on this green one, it was looking a little bare here, so I think I had an idea what I was going to use. Now I've lost it. Well, I've forgotten. No, I haven't. Here it is. I'm going to use a piece of this just for something like a pop of red. Quite like that. This isn't one I made. This is from a sheet that I bought many, many years ago. And I finally cut it down into the strips because it was a sheet of washi strips. And I've been trying to use it. I have used it bits of it recently. I think I've even used bits of this red in recent challenges, I think, because I really like it. That side or that side? No, I think I like it on that side. Yep, just a pop of colour there. Okay, and on the other green one I could use the same again. Something up the top maybe. Let's see if I've got anything else that might work. They're all bending over. I might use a bit of that on the pink actually. Let's see what else, have I got anything else that might do about this bit of, I'm not sure if this actually, there's got a bit of red in the background, so I might just put a little piece on of this one. Up there. There. Just a little something extra. Little bit of colour. And I've got these sort of green dots sort of thing. And I might pop that there on this one. There we are, last little finishing touch onto this tag. So they've all got a little something now. I did actually quickly add another little piece of this at the top just to give it a little bit of balance on there. And then this is the purple one. So yeah, I'm pleased how they've turned out. I think they're really sweet, really pretty, and a bit different, and so much fun to do. Enjoyed this challenge. I enjoy all the challenges really. Once I get my head around them, sometimes I think, oh, how do I do that? How do I approach that? But once I'm in it, I do enjoy it. So I hope you do too. And thank you for joining me today. Please join me again soon. Bye for now.